Hi, everybody. Welcome to Quarter Inch Seam. It's me, Angela. I'm in my sewing room. I'm feeling a bit lazy. I am. Oh my gosh. It's Friday afternoon, and we had to go out and run some errands, and then we stopped and had lunch. And then we ordered dessert. So I'm on a bit of a calorie coma. And so then when I got back, I thought, okay, I'm going to go and sew. So I came in here and I got, have you ever done this? You start opening up some of your fabric stuff, or you start looking for a particular fabric or at your fabric, and then you just, I don't know, like a half hour, 45 minutes goes by and you still haven't done anything. And then I thought, okay, Angela, get your butt in gear. Come on, let's go. So then I sat down at my sewing machine here, and I literally spent the last 10 minutes just staring out the window. Yeah, I'm in a fish and chips, bourbon vanilla cake coma. I could literally lay down and take a nap, or go sit outside and with my book and fall asleep. That's not why you came here. So let's do something slightly more productive than that. How's that? Okay. So what are we going to do? So I also pulled out my fabric. I pulled over 2 bins of fabric because I was trying to look for floral stuff and for some more batik stuff so that we could finish this sampler, you know, do another one on this sampler. And I don't know, I got distracted. I just did. It's like going to your own little fabric store. And so I just started looking through stuff, and I was like, oh, look how pretty that is. And look how pretty that one is. Wow. This person really has good taste. And there went my time. Yeah. See, I'm doing it again now. Okay. All right. Focus. We're going to try and get through a block at least. How's that? We may as well. At least try and get through a block. Come on, Angela. You can do that. So let's see here. The next one we were going to do was up here. The next one we were going to do was, I was checking the battery there. Okay, we did Old Grey Goose. We've done Grandmother's Choice. What are the C's? I thought we were going to do the Ohio Star. Have we done that? Oh, shoot. What number is it? B1. Oh, here. Okay. All right. All right, we can do this. We'll do it and we'll chat. And then we'll go take a nap. I'm not taking a nap. We're not taking a nap. We're not. We may not accomplish much, but we're not going to take a nap. Okay. And I'm so bummed. So I found this fabric and I thought, oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, there. Sorry. Anyway. It's called Madison by Jane Madej. Madison by Jane Madej, Wilmington prints. And look at these little florals. Look at them. Look at that. Is that? And I love that blue and yellow. I'm a blue person. I'm just a blue. It's my favorite color. And I thought, oh my God, look at that. Sweet. And I thought, oh my gosh, like there's the fabric for the petals quilt. And guess what? Einstein here bought only charm packs. I only bought 5-inch squares. And no, it won't fit. I already looked. So for those of you wondering, well, maybe the petal will fit on one and maybe it will work. You could make it work. It won't work. It doesn't work. Where's the petal? Egg. Where's my petal cut out? What a stinking mess. And see, if I let my ADHD kick in, I'd sit here and clean out this drawer the rest of the afternoon. And then we'd really get nothing done. Oh, gosh. Are you serious? I have my little template for the petal, and I just kept it because I knew we were going to do another one. But I'm telling you right now, and it would take, you know how much fabric it would take to do. Okay, Angela, let's just let it go. Oh, but I really like this one. This would have been adorable. I guess I can try it. But again, I really didn't want to spend more money on fabric. Then, and I think I've shown this to you before, I went back and looked at this Harbor Springs. Now, if you're getting ready to do the Petals quilt, the Vintage Daisy, is that what it's called? Vintage Daisy quilt. If you're getting ready to do that with us in the month of June, you're going to need 32 10-inch squares. I made the mistake of you need 32 for the petals, 32 10-inch squares that will compose the petals, and then of 16 of those you're going to need to do circles that will be the center of the flowers. I don't remember what I used. I think I used like a coaster, you know, like a cup coaster to get the right diameter for the centers. Okay. So, but I think I did 32 circles, and you don't need 32, whatever. And I think that this just doesn't have, I really wanted it to be floral. But there's just not 32 in this. Although it would be kind of pretty, and it's almost got enough kind of red, white, and blue that it could be kind of a patriotic type theme. Flowers, Harbor Springs by Minnick and Simpson. I just don't know if I'm in love with it for this quilt. Oh, the torture. The fabric torture. I don't know what we're going to do. You got to figure it out this weekend because we got to get going on that thing. And I found last night, down a rabbit hole I went, and I found what we're going to do as a Father's Day. It's so cute. Wait till you see it. Wait till you see it. I have to get the stuff together this weekend, and then we'll do it next week. It's so adorable. Okay. Ohio Star, a 5.5-inch square of color 1. What a mess. What a stinking mess. Okay. Okay, 5.5-inch square, color 1. Okay. Okay. This piece of fabric's getting ready too. Here it is. So, what did you do today? What are you sewing on today? That's the important question. That is the important question. Okay, 5.5. Let's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. And half, and a half, and a half. All right, we were a little bit, I don't know. we had to go to, we had to go to the bank this morning. Well, not really this morning. It was 1 o'clock. We had other stuff to do this morning, and they're finally almost done. Finally almost done. Not finally done. Finally almost done. With this paving project out front. Today they put the last 2 inches of asphalt down, and now they got part of the we hope it's only part. They got the stripes. The stripes, Steve was like, I think somebody did those after they already had their first, their first beer of the day. Because they're just not, they're not quite right. They're just not quite right. So we'll have to see. I hope they're not finished. That's why I say they're finally almost done. Because I hope they're coming back to fix those stripes. You can't leave those stripes like that. No. All right, let's see. 5, 2, 5, okay. Two of this. I don't know. It's not going to be 5.5. 4.5. This is 5.5. Okay, I'm back. I had to change the battery because the battery died. And I had to try and compose myself because I was laughing so hard. I didn't think I was going to make it through to explain to you what kind of a dumpster fire this particular block is turning into. So, okay. Sometimes on Friday nights, Steve and I will go and sit out on the patio on the lanai and, just unwind and kind of, thumb through social media or read or whatever. And sometimes I'll end up on an Instagram or another platform, social media. And you just end up, you watch one video that's funny and then you watch another one that's really funny. And I'll end up laughing so hard. Oh my gosh, I'm just about to pass out. But you're the only one hearing it. And so Steve is like, okay, whatever. You look like a loon, right? That's how I feel right now, is I am in the throes of hysterics and I'm the only one who can see it. Okay, so here's what I did. all I ended up accomplishing was instead of having a purple piece and a blue and then a purple and this cream color, all I did was I successfully managed to switch over the 2 purples onto one and the blue into the thing onto one. So I still only have 2 half-square triangles, but all I did was just switch the blocks. I don't know. Wow, I didn't think this was possible. Okay. Here's the problem. This doesn't make any sense to me. This is why I haven't done this block. No. I don't even understand. If you can see this here, this whole progression makes 0 sense. It really does. Okay, on the back of a okay, whatever. We did that. On top of that. Okay, I did that. So a 1/4 inch away from the line on both sides. I did that. Trim a 1/4 inch from the sewn line. I did that. Press it towards the whatever fabric. Okay, I did that. Draw a pencil line from one corner to the opposite corner on the back of one of the units. Okay. You want me to do it again? I'll do it again. I ain't got no pride in that. You want to keep sewing this thing down? That's just fine. Just fine. Okay, draw a line. I got the laser. I don't need another line. Let's just imagine that the line is there. Get all this extra fabric. I got 6 seams on this thing. And for the love of Sam, I told you this was not a tutorial. I told you. So for those of you who are like, I'm not really learning anything, I know. Okay, now what? But draw a pencil line from the corner on back of one of the half square triangle units. Okay, imagine I have my line there. Okay, fine. Seriously. Okay, fine. Draw a pencil, I'm going to read this to you. Draw a pencil line from one corner to the opposite corner on the back of one of the half square units. This is one of the half square units. Draw a line. Okay? Draw a line. Draw a line. Okay. Draw a line. Place the half square triangle with the pencil line on the top of the second half square triangle with right sides together. Okay. Okay. There you go. There you are. Okay. So many seams on the back of here now. Cut some of this away, it won't sew. Okay, now what? Cut along the drawn line. It wants me to just cut this. If I just cut it, now I'm just going to have 4 of these pieces. Well, why am I putting them together then? Since we've already just made a total mess of this thing, I'm going to do what she's saying to do. I know some of you are yelling right now at your phones. Don't cut it yet! That's what she said. It's probably supposed to be like that, right? In fact, I know it is. But now the whole thing is messed up. Oh my God. All right, let's just... I can't. Okay, let's just do this one. Let's just see if we can make this work. That's what it's supposed to look like. Let me tell you something. Miraculously, my points are spot on. But I don't like this color mix, so I'm going to change it anyway. Okay. At least now I think I know what I'm doing. Well, not really, but a little bit. What does she want them trimmed to? These are, I'm telling you what. I gotta send this lady a letter. B1, trim them to 3.5 inches. Let's just see if that will even work. 3.5. Hold on. Three and a half. Okay, so hold on. So this is 3.5 now. I think I got this right. Okay, let's see. 3.5, right? I moved something. I don't know what I moved. 3.5. 3.5. Okay. Okay. Let's just see. No. Okay, ready? Ta-da! I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't honestly know what happened. But I do know this. We're gonna have to do them again. Okay, thanks for coming by. I hope at the very least you got a laugh out of it, because we're gonna have to start over. I'm gonna have to do a little tidying up because I have seams and stuff everywhere now. So we'll just tidy up a little bit. We'll catch our breath and we'll just... Okay, so there's one. Now I need 5.5 of the blue. All right, we're gonna have to bust into this thing. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hold the phone. Not even close. Those of you that are big fans of scrap stuff, why? It's like torture. It's like torture, all this little stuff all over. Okay, let's grab one out of here. Bright Idea, 5-carat mini jewels. Well, Wilmington Batiks by Wilmington Prince. So this is Bright Idea. It's a mini jewel. There's only 24 in here, but it's about the right colors. It will suffice for what we're trying to do. So, oh no. These are 5-inch. All right, well, we're gonna make this work too. Holy hell. My hands are so dry, they're just sliding around. Okay. let's see if we can do this. Okay, and we're going to make what? We're going to make 4 quarter square triangles. All right, I don't, and then we need 5 3.5-inch squares, 5. Okay, let's just get this part done first. And then we're gonna go and I don't think I've ever made quarter square triangles before. That's gonna be the title for today. That's gonna be the title. I've never made these before. Okay, so let's just cut the rest of this that we need. We need 5 3.5-inch squares. Okay. 1, 2, 3.5. All right, let's just cut this. So we had to go, we watched him do some of the stuff out front this morning, and then Steve and I each got some work done, and then we had to go to the bank because we had to just do some stuff for the corporation, blah, 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 fill in the blanks. So 1, 2, 3.5. So earlier this week, we had set an appointment. It was super easy. We're just opening a new account. Super easy. Oh my God. Steve's been a client of this bank for 20 years. At least 15 years. So we set an appointment. And the reason that we did this at this particular bank is not because we like the bank. It's whatever. I don't like any banks. But we thought this will just be easy. Look, there's another bank in town that we were going to use for this particular account. But we thought, oh God, it's 45 minutes to get there. It's, 45 minutes there. It's 40 minutes to get home. It'll take us we'll be gone all day on Friday. And then we're going to get stuck in traffic. I don't know what's happening with my hair, so just ignore it. Anyway, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do, we're going to do this. Okay, 3.5, 4 3.5s. So we, earlier this week, we had set an appointment, and this particular bank that that Steve is, Steve already belongs to. I'm not going to name names because whatever. They have a branch in town. It's literally 5, maybe 7 minutes if you hit traffic from our house. It's perfect. So we did what we needed to do this morning. We got all our stuff together. I got the paperwork together we had to bring. Blah, 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 blah. Insert stuff in the middle. We get down there. We had to wait because he was finishing with the client, which is fine. It wasn't that long. It was a few minutes. And then we sit down. And we told him what we needed, and he was a relatively, jump right in, we didn't sit around and, tell us about your business and tell us about your goals and blah, blah, blah. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do what I came here to do, and I want to get out of here. So we, 1, 2, 3.5. So we jump right in. He tells us, he says, okay, I need the the this and the that. So I start pulling the stuff out of the file. Here's the this, here's the that. And he says, okay, great. So he starts working, he starts, you know, ka-ching, ka-ching, right? It's supposed to be an old-timey typewriter, you know? Do you remember that? You had to send the spindle back. So it was like when you hit enter, but you had to do it with your manually. So it would go to the next line so you could type. Okay, never mind. Anyway. He says, okay, I have to update some information in the file. I have to update some information in the universe. So he starts updating. Driver's license, you gotta have another form of ID, you gotta enter in your social on the little keypad, you gotta enter this, verify that, do this, do that, what's your address, what's the bit, blah, blah, blah. So that was, by now, we are at least 35, maybe 40 minutes into this project, right? He gets through with all that, 1, 2, 3. I have to update all your information in the system. He says, he turns to us and he goes, okay, now that we've got all that updated, now I can start the actual opening of the account. Are you all of that was just to update. Seriously? Okay. Okay. All right. Sure. Okay. No problem. So now, ka-ching, ka-ching, right? All over again. Okay, fine. That's fine. Look, do what you got to do. Type in, enter, whatever you got to do. It's all good. Let's just keep it moving. Don't let it stall. Please don't let the engine stall. So that goes on for another 5 minutes. And he says, okay, I have to ask you some questions. Okay, all right, go ahead. Ask him. I don't need to know why you need to ask him or any of that. Just ask him. So he starts asking his questions. Okay, hold on a second. I'll finish the story in a second, but I got to figure out what I'm doing. Okay, so this is all the stuff. Look, I used my little board. We're going to use for this square. But now I got to read what it says here about how to, some of you are like, oh my gosh, Angela, you don't know how to make a quarter square triangle? Nope. Never had a need before. All right, let's see. On the back of a lighter color square, it says white, but we're not obviously not using white. So on the back of this, I hope this works because that's not 5.5. It's only 5. So we're gonna cross our fingers hard. Okay, on the lighter color 5.5 inch square. Okay, it says to do what? Draw a line from one corner to the opposite corner. Okay, I can do that. Now, I'm using a pencil. Don't come for me. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Trust me. It's fine. Okay, now on this, I don't have a lighter color. But I would imagine that they would consider this the lighter color. Okay, so we're going to draw the line here on you. Okay, now what? Blah, blah, blah. Place the 2.5 inch white square just come back and we'll not read that and we'll just do it again. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Don't panic. Have a fantastic evening. I will see you tomorrow. And know this, we are going to master the quarter square triangle. We are, I promise. If you've never done one before, and if you've done one before and you're screaming at your phone, go have a glass of wine or a cup of tea. You'll feel better. Thanks for coming by my sewing room. I love you guys. There's only one thing to remember. Only a 1/4 inch seam and only 1 1/4 inch seam. I love you guys. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Okay, I think I know what we're doing here. Aren't those famous last words? All right, let's just try it. Okay. So it wants me to sew, you know, 1/4 inch away from the line. Just make life easier here. Left, right, shift. We're gonna move the needle over, turn that on. Okay, now I should be able to, okay, there we go. I got it. Huh? That's not right. If I want to sew a 1/4 inch away from the line. So that, I think, you know, you don't want to move the thing over, Einstein. All I wanted to do, okay, got it. I might have had a little stroke there. Okay, now I got it. I got it. It's okay. Although the line was off a little bit. It's okay. All right. So now that goes on there. Okay. If you have the laser, for those of you that are new, if you have a laser and a mark on your machine, or if you can move your needle over, you can do these where you're doing like a half square triangle. That way. Just move your needle over. I've done it a couple of times, so if you watch any of the videos for these, for this sampler debacle that we're doing, quilt, you'll see. I talk about moving the needle or moving the laser over, which I do definitely like. Okay. All right, so now put that back on the line. Okay, here we go. That's not a 1/4 inch. That's not a 1/4 inch. Where in the good Lord's name is my needle? Okay, Angela, forget it. Forget it. Just forget it. don't know what my brain's been doing. I don't know what I did there. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, now over here. Okay. Okay. Now, it says it wants us to cut these in half. Okay? It wants us to cut these. Okay, fine. Okay. Now, I think what I'm supposed to do, okay, is I have this, like this, right? Let's just press it really fast. Okay. And then I'm going to take this one, and I think I'm going to kind of alternate it. Okay. Now, I think what it wants me to do is, okay, so you have both of these, let's just say going like this, right? Okay, fine. Now, I think what it wants me to do is take these, draw another line, sew, blah, 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 and then when I open them up, yes, but I think I'm supposed to do it this way, right? Okay, let's try it that way. Okay, so I think what we're supposed to do is kind of alternate the colors so that there's a purple on each side. And now I think we're going to sew down this way. I don't know. I told you. I already told you. I've already warned you. And because my squares are not quite the square, you know. Okay, let's just see what kind of damage we can do here. No, I didn't use a leader. Yep, started to eat her. If you don't use a leader, it's going to eat her. Okay, let's get you guys all back in. We're just going to go in from the other side. Okay, and okay. Okay, here we go. Oh no! You're not supposed to sew down the center. Okay. Nope, not making it up. But I'm getting a little dark. I don't know why. Maybe because it's so bright outside, maybe I'll just do that. I don't know if that helped at all. No idea. None whatsoever. We're just going to try it here to make sure that we know what in the name of all that is good we are doing. And then, and why, and I just did it again. Oh no, I didn't. Yeah, I did. Okay, so we're going to alternate those. We're going to set that down, and we're going to sew a quarter. Okay, a quarter of an inch on either side. Okay? Okay, we're all clear? Okay. Okay, now what? I ended up turning some of these settings on, and then I just want to seriously gouge out my own eyes. Seriously. Oh my God. Okay, so now I guess we cut here. This is not going to be right. In fact, this is going to be so wrong. All I did was You can't make this up. You can't make this up. It's not possible. You can't. I can't drink my water because I'll spit it out. Oh, God. You're not going to believe what this resulted in. You won't. Okay.